war of words. We can speak now live to Jennifer Victor, who is a political scientist at George Mason University. Talk us through, as we watch these first few hours of the impeachment trial, what do you make of it? We're expecting this to be partisan. We're expecting it to be a fierce war of words. What do you make of it so far?
So the first day hasn't shown any particular fireworks, where the senators are at the point where they are essentially debating about the rules. So there's nothing particularly exciting happening right now. But what we notice is that the Democrats are primarily making their case, their appeal to the public. They want to get the public on their side to try to put pressure on some Republicans who might decide to vote along Democratic lines. When things come to that, whereas Republicans are largely focused on procedural issues and trying to get the matter over as quickly with as possible.
And when it comes to witnesses, how important is that? Because in fact, it could actually backfire for the Democrats.
So there's been concern about that. From my point of view, I can see that cutting both ways. Excuse me. The Democrats would, I think, benefit from particular witnesses that they would like to call, particularly former Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney and John Bolton, who, by the president's account, could potentially provide exculpatory information or testimony, or not, or incriminating. And so the Republicans would like to keep them out. If witnesses are allowed and the Republican narrative regarding Hunter Biden, Joe Biden's son, as a part of this Burisma challenge, is able to be called as a witness, that could undercut the narrative that the Democrats are putting forward. But since the Democrats need so many Republicans to vote with them, if this was going to have the actual effect of removing the president, they really are not going to be able to do that without some witnesses.
Given that these are senators, and of course they're now acting as a jury, but can this ever be a fair trial, in your opinion? Briefly, if you would.
I guess that all depends on how we define fair trial. The rules are very odd. The senators are not allowed to speak. They have to submit their questions in writing. The idea that this is a truth-finding process isn't really the case. What's mostly going on is a public affair where both sides are trying to get the public on their side to sway the public opinion to their case.
Fascinating stuff. Jennifer Victor, thank you so much from the George Mason University.